And we're back.
No snap.
No snap.
No snap. No, not that either.
Okay. What's our intro going to be?
Who's in the lead?
Yeah. Who's in the lead?
I think, right? Or which one's working better?
Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're back at the corn garden, and let's see who's in the lead with the.
Start over.
Yes.
All right.
The stuff with the
Fertilizer?
The fertilizer. Okay, we are back at the corn garden, and so let's take a look and see who's in the lead with the fertilizer race. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Renewed Homestead. Ben and Denise here. We're at the corn garden, and you can clearly see one of these fertilizers is well in the lead.
Yes.
Yes. So we'll remind you here, the first row is the JADAM tea that we made with comfrey, right?
Comfrey and stinging nettle.
Stinging nettle. The middle one, that nice tall dark green one, is MIGardner's, what's it?
Trifecta.
Trifecta. And then the one on the back side, and we're going to take you around and show you. The one on the back side is the Dr. Earth's, hello B, it's just Dr. Earth?
Dr. Earth, yeah.
Dr. Earth fertilizer. So, but yeah, you can already see. In fact, I didn't notice until just now, we're already tasseling.
Yeah.
That corn's already tasseling, well ahead of all the others.
Oh.
Wow.
Yes.
So, we're maybe midpoint with the corn. We are seeing some deer damage, so we got to get some more bone sauce on this.
Deer have been awful this year.
Relentless.
Relentless, yeah, it's a good word for it.
Yeah, I just moved this, well, yeah, I wasn't the deer, the sheep. Moved the sheep this morning. We have a pecan tree up there, staked up, metal cage around it. They pushed through and ate every leaf off of that poor pecan tree.
Oh.
They're just doing what they do.
We'll figure it out.
Eventually they'll go in the freezer too.
That's one thing, homesteading, it's, something new every day, but you learn. And every year you're going to find new pressures and new issues that you have to figure out how to deal with. This year we're dealing with a lot more pest pressure than we ever have in the past. We're dealing with a lot more deers. So we will get it figured out. There are things that we're realizing that, hey, we can do this to fix it. We can do this. So we're implementing those, and those will just help us get better next year. So just remember, gardening, guys, it's not easy necessarily.
It's not static.
It's not Bloomberg, right? One of the most ignorant statements I've ever heard. Farmers have it easy. You just stick a plant in the ground.
No, throw a seed in the ground, it grows.
Yeah, it's a very ignorant statement. I mean, gardening takes work, it takes effort. But you learn from it every year. And then when you have your harvest, like we've just harvested beans, we're harvesting squash. It's really exciting. And on our gardens, main garden, our other corn garden, and in the food forest, we're working on internal input. So we're working on our compost, the fertilizer from the animals. This, as you know, was brand new. So we knew the soil wasn't great. We had the sheep here for a short duration. Wasn't enough to really amend the soil. So that's why we decided, let's do this testing in here.
Yeah, it's a fair test from just blanket equal.
Yes. Now, what we did realize the first row did not have enough nitrogen in it. So to be fair, and make sure that it was a fair competition, we did add a nitrogen in the form of urine. That might sound gross to y'all, but urine is full of nitrogen, urea, and you dilute it down and you can put it on your plants, and that gives your plants a nitrogen boost. You can also use compost, but we're going to be adding urine to the compost tea. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to fertilize again this morning. This row here, I'm going to do the comfrey tea along with some urine. And MIGardner only needs to be done once. We don't have to do a thing. Now the Dr. Earth is only supposed to be every other month.
Every other month.
But looks like we're going to end up having to fertilize there again. So
it's actually smaller smaller and even more yellow than our comfrey tea up front here, and we'll show you. But I was going to make a point about that. Oh yes, I mean we want all things to be fair and equal, but at the same time we're also not going to lose an entire row of corn to prove a point or anything. So
yeah, but well, and that's what we're doing. Like it's like who's in the lead and what do we need to do in order to get the corn to grow. Right now, MIGardner's looks absolutely stunning.
I'm amazed.
Yeah, the
I really am.
trifecta's incredible right now. So far, and we'll do another update in 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks, we're going to give you an update, and then at the end, we'll pull the corn, and we'll see, you know, ultimately who won. But right now, MIGardner and Robin Lynn, you were absolutely right. She guessed MIGardner in the last
right.
video statement. So,
right.
Yep.
What do you think, Loki? World's greatest German Shepherd.
We are supposed to have rain, right?
Yep. All right, so this is the JADAM tea row. The MIGardner trifecta row. And the Dr. Earth row. You can tell one's clearly doing better than the other. Okay, so this is up at the top looking down on the corn, and we've just taken you through and showed you the different rows, and yeah, we'll keep going. We'll give you another update as the season progresses. And you know, you can see some of the grass coming up. You see the
There's a bunch of clover.
clover
Underneath that we planted as a ground cover to put nitrogen in. That's all under and in between the corn. We do have some grasses coming up. Like I said, this was new area, so we'll have to take care of that. But we do have squash in there that's starting to get big. So as the squash gets bigger, it's going to crowd out that grass. And as the corn gets bigger, it's going to crowd out that grass as well. And the squash is growing pretty quick, so I'm not overly worried about it. We got squash in between the rows, and we got beans in the squash as well. And then we have a whole bunch of clover as a ground cover. And this is just a new area, so we're going to put a nice cover crop in here. Get rid of more of the grasses for next season, and we're going to do a huge corn garden here next season.
Yeah,
dent corn.
Maybe run the sheep up through it too.
Yeah, we'll definitely run the sheep up through when it's done.
Yeah, let them do some fertilizing as well. So, all right.
All right, MIGardner in the lead after 2 weeks. So it's been about two. It was Sunday was 2 weeks, so it is Wednesday today. So just over 2 weeks. We'll do another video, like we said, in a couple weeks, and keep you posted.
And these were all planted on the same day. That's how big of a difference there is.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty.
And you can see the deer damage. So we've got to put some more bone sauce. We have some up, but I don't think we have enough. So
yeah,
we're gonna get some more stakes, and we're gonna put it in the ground and get a lot more on.
I think they're jumping our ropes. I think that's got to be it. So yeah, we'll get some steaks in there, some more bone sauce, and put some of those suckers in the freezer soon.
So
anyway, all right.
I think we're good.
I think we're good. All right. Well, you know, we appreciate you. We do appreciate comments, thoughts, questions, especially. 'Cause that's how we learn.
And thinking of comments, let me know who you think's going to win in the end. Like right now, MIGardner's in the lead, but just as the tortoise and the hare, doesn't always come out the way you expected. So which one do you think is going to win?
and maybe by the time it's time to harvest, we won't have any in MIGardner because it looks so tasty to the deer.
Gosh, I hope not.
So, all right. Well, time to get out of the nets and get on to the next project. So.
Yes.
All right. Well, take care, everybody. God bless. Hope you're taking care of yourselves. Be good to your neighbors, and we will see you all in the next video.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody.
Okay.
Get the pets spayed and neutered.